Blues and Beyond with Jim Carty. I'm here with Erin, Harpe, Rosy Rosenblatt, otherwise known as Richard Rosenblatt, to his more square friends. And
what's up?
How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
We're all right.
Thanks for joining us today on Blues and Beyond. And you got a lot going on here. This duo here is headed to the IBCs, sponsored by the Blues Foundation. Why don't you guys tell me about that?
We got a whole lot going on.
We're going to compete against 80. I guess now I checked out on the website, there are 80 other solo duos.
Is that all?
Really, that many? Wow.
Yeah, but in the band category, there's like 150 or 200 or something. And maybe even more.
How many days do they dismiss all these bands and get down to the finalists?
I think you definitely get to play Wednesday and Thursday,
yeah,
and then if you make it to the semis, you do Friday.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then Saturday is the finals, which would be awesome to get to.
You'll get there. Come on, please.
I hope so.
Well, Boston's got a great tradition of sending bands that have succeeded, right?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, such a...
We did okay with the Delta Swingers a couple of years ago, made it to the semifinals.
And then Susan Tedeschi.
Susan did, surprisingly, Susan came in second in her year.
I heard she went overtime, and that's probably the reason why
she... do it with a band? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's her and Adrian Hayes and Annie Raines. I believe Annie was in her band.
Was Annie still in the band then?
Actually, I'm not sure she was. I forget. But Adrian was there for sure. Yeah, she was great. She was killer, and they gave it to some band that we never heard from again.
Isn't that just crazy?
Yeah. So you never know.
You really don't.
Yeah.
But yet talent buyers go down there from the legendary Rhythm and Blues Cruise and from clubs across the country.
Great.
Well, they can't buy our talent, but we like them to rent it.
That's right. Only God can grant you the talent, right?
That's right.
What else is going on with the career these days?
Well, we're just about bowled over at the Boston Music Awards last Sunday, when we ended up winning Blues Artist of the Year. What?
Yeah.
Who knew? Heavy competition there against Ronnie Earl.
We could not believe it. I know.
Everybody in the category was just,
Ronnie
business
amazing.
For years and years.
Yeah,
Ronnie
exactly.
Earl, James Montgomery, Johnny A, and Peter Barczyk.
Yeah.
Some heavies.
Yeah. So
All
what does
friends.
that say? It pays to wear fishnets. No.
Yeah.
We're definitely the best looking band.
Yeah. Well, that's not, never in question. But
and by band, I mean Erin.
Yeah. You don't do so shabby there, Rosie. It's all good.
Thanks, Jim. You're kind of cute, too.
Thank you. You pinch my cheeks, I'm going to get worried. So...
we're working hard. I mean, we were like, we were surprised and very honored, so.
And
what
we're going to have a big fundraiser.
I thought you'd never mention that.
I thought you'd never ask, so I mentioned it. So we have a big fundraiser for our trip to Memphis at Johnny D's in Somerville. And when this interview airs live on the radio, it'll be tomorrow. Sunday, tomorrow.
So we gotta get this on the street as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So
it's only $10 to get in too. It's a fundraiser, but it's not. We're not trying to,
And people can get more, of course, if they want to help you out. Right?
And Erin, who else is playing besides Delta Swingers?
We are playing, and then there's another blues woman, Danielle Maraglia, is going to open the show. Well, actually, she's going to play, not opening, because me and Rosie are going to open the show with our what we have together, our IBC duo, yes. And I may even throw in a Christmas song.
I can play a
Christmas blues song.
You put it on YouTube last year, as I recall.
Yeah, with Danny Klein, I opened up Whammer Jammer with White Christmas, and you got a nice video of it.
I did, as I recall. Yeah.
So we're also going to have a raffle, and this was my idea. I just came up with this. I thought it'd be fun. I'm going to bring the BMA down, and we're going to do photos of people with our BMA. Because I can't just leave it in my house. I gotta take it out once in a while. Yeah, I gotta share it. Yeah, exactly.
Get a good wine, right?
And what else? We're gonna have some guests. Gracie's gonna come down and do something with us.
So sounds like a good night of music. For sure.
Yep. Delta
So,
Swingers, of course.
Speaking of music, why don't we tease people with like one of these award-winning songs, and then we'll come back and we'll find out about how you growed up from that tar paper shack down in the DC area, and then all about your beginnings. That sound fair?
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you want to do?
Whatever you like. What do you got?
How about the Love with Blues?
All right, Love with Blues.
The crowd goes wild.
Please don't get up. Don't get up.
That's awesome stuff. So what I want to know is, where do you source your material? Like, you do a lot of originals, obviously, but you also love this old material, and
my dad's record collection is a big influence.
And you started performing with Dad, right?
I did. Yep.
At what age was that?
Around 17, 18, somewhere like that. Before that, I had a previous career as a classical flute player.
We won't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone. No, you can tell people, but I just, I was trying to be different. That was my rebellion. And then once I needed to impress a certain boy, and he knew all the words to Alice's Restaurant, which is actually written over an old blues song. So
Mhm.
I went home, Dad, teach me the song, and then I was like, this is awesome. Playing guitar is way more fun. I just had this knack for it. I'd heard all the songs so many
It was
times.
internalized
Yeah,
already, huh?
as my French teacher said, I learned by osmosis. Well, she said you couldn't do it, but I did learn through osmosis.
Well, music is a language. I mean, really, that's the
Right.
best way to learn a language, right?
It is.
Just be immersed.
It is. So I learned my blues French through osmosis.
Very cool. C'est bon, n'est-ce pas?
Oui, oui. Let's
But
take
not
it to
here.
France. I'd love to take it to the France. We should
I'm ready for that.
tour in
Yeah.
Europe. That's
You
on
need
my
a road
list.
manager. So you know, you and I both have lived in D.C. and you know, I loved John Jackson, and when I got to meet him, like, I was done. Like, what an right? I mean, for
Yeah.
Piedmont players, I mean,
He
to
was
to meet him.
the man.
And did you ever play with him, or just see him perform, or?
I used to see him perform. He used to perform every year at the this little folk festival we had at Glen Echo,
Mhm.
and well, Eleanor Ellis was I don't know if you know who she is, but
Mhm.
she used to play with my dad all the time. So John Cephas and Phil Wiggins, and they would just every year they'd play that. We'd go to parties, they'd play, and
You still
I
play with
actually-
Phil Wiggins once in a while.
I did. Yeah, Phil. Yeah, Phil's a friend.
That's
But
cool.
I did get once I started playing. I did go to a couple of parties, and I'd get up and play, and I wasn't maybe very good back then, but they were all like, "Oh, you're just like Memphis Minnie." They'd be so
And you
excited.
definitely, you know, play some Memphis Mini tunes, and
Yeah,
there's
well,
some.
she was the one that I
influences
really gravitated towards Memphis Minnie. I just was fascinated by her.
What was it about Memphis Mini? I know the bio is interesting. The music. What grabbed you?
She was just tough, and she was as good as the guys. She was
Yeah.
known for doing guitar contests and beating out all the guys. She'd be the only girl there, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard she used to carry a knife around in her boot, protect herself. But it really was the music. I loved her songs. I loved the style of playing she does. She's just very versatile. She does a lot of stuff in open tunings.
Mm-hmm.
She does a lot of cool subjects in her songs.
Who else other than Memphis Mini would you point out as a major influence?
Tommy Johnson.
Nice.
A lot of Tommy Johnson songs. I just love the guitar parts, the vocal parts. I mean, he was, he came before Robert Johnson, and he was the amazing. He really is the one who sold his soul to the devil, I think. As the story goes,
Right.
that story was actually taken from Tommy Johnson for Robert Johnson.
That's how you get to Big Jack Johnson's house. You
Yeah.
go to that barbecue joint at the crossroads, and you take a left, go down to Indiana Avenue, and go to Big Jack's house. What are the plans to release some products with the band? And
We've been
perhaps the duo?
threatening to
We
for
have
quite a while.
T-shirts. We do have an EP, digital EP, but no, we're getting an album together. It should be ready early in the year.
Early in some years.
Early in 2013.
Yeah.
No pressure, Rosie.
Yeah.
No, it's
So
all
we
good.
were recording it here in
We
Chez Rosie.
we seem to be.
We stay in the key of A.
Okay. I will too.
I'm going down the Delta, where I can drink and have my fun. I'm going down to the Delta, where I can drink and have my fun.
I think you get props in the Delta for being a finger picker the proper way. Big Jack would love you. Although he's a thumb pick. Big Jack Johnson, not Big Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
The other Big Jack.
so did you start off using a pick and then
No, I
progress, or
never
you
used
gonna-
it. You know, in fact, when I went to start the Love Whip,
Mhm.
I had to learn how to use a pick because I never used a pick or finger picks.
Excellent. So you just did it the right way from the get-go.
I didn't know about any other way.
That's
in
good.
In fact, I'm left-handed, and I didn't know that you could play left-handed either, so I just played right-handed.
It's what was in the house, right?
Exactly.
Nice.
You work with what you got.
No, the Lord gives you what He gives you, and that's all you got to work with, kid. Right. So, Rosie,
Yes.
what do we have for plans for VizTone, for guiding this band with all your wisdom and knowledge over the
Oh,
years?
well, my wisdom and knowledge is,
It's like on the spot now.
yeah, no, my wisdom and knowledge is a thing of some question at times, you know. I may have some wisdom, I may have some knowledge, and sometimes it can be accessed. Sometimes it's hard to find.
Random access memory, right?
Exactly. That random access memory is fading by the minute.
Uh-oh.
No, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of things that could happen with this band, and certainly going the route of the VizTone label group is one good option.
Yeah.
It may make a lot of sense for us, and we may wind up doing it, but it's not really necessarily an affiliated project. We may get,
Right.
you know, it may make more sense to sign with a major label. It may make more sense to just, you know, just sell them out of our cars and say we don't need to go into stores. We don't need the VizTone group. You know, it's put it this way. We're not affiliated as of this time, but we may well be. Certainly, it's one good option we can explore. In terms of VizTone itself, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff with a lot of different artists.
Yeah, what's in the pipeline for the next coming year?
Well, we just released Dennis Grunling and Doug Deming and Mitch Woods. We have a recent great Chris O'Leary.
Mitch was
record.
A lot of fun on the cruise, let me
Oh,
tell
I'll
you.
bet. And we just released Ann Rabson's record with Bob Margolin, which is very cool. For the coming year, you know, there are a couple projects that are almost at the gate that we don't want to talk about yet, but I can now say the James Montgomery record is coming out through VizTone.
Beautiful.
It's a very cool record with some amazing guest stars. There's a couple of the guys from Aerosmith on it, and Johnny Winter plays a track, and James Cotton, DMC from Run DMC. So that's a very cool record. Yeah, true.
Oh, jeez, that sounds
serious.
So that's coming up in February most likely.
Wonderful.
We're also doing a Sean Costello compilation. Well, not a compilation so much, it's actually a session from the Magic Shop studio in New York that was never released.
Oh, really?
Before his untimely death. It was going to be a charitable release. All going to go profits are all going to go to the Sean Costello Foundation.
Good.
For bipolar disorder.
Now, was that something that you had recorded, or you had to acquire
No.
that?
It was recorded by Steve Rosenthal, who runs the Magic Shop studio in New York City. It's an amazing studio, and he's a great Grammy Award-winning producer and engineer. And he produced Sean's first record that we did with Tone Cool. And this was all stuff that he was working on and had essentially finished, but it just never got a chance to see the light of day. And, you know, Sean had another record deal at the time. And in the intervening years, couple of years since he's been gone, everyone was just sort of sitting on it, and his mom and Steve finally said, well, you know, we should get this out, and we'd like to do it with you. So Sean being a dear old friend, you know, it was something that I jumped at the chance to do. So we'll be releasing that, and there are a couple other releases which are very likely for February or March, but I can't talk about them yet. Ask me tomorrow.
Okay. That's fantastic stuff, though. I mean, the label's just putting out fantastic product. And
Thank you.
you know, the other thing that my wife and I noticed on the Blues Cruise in October was that many more younger artists are getting a chance to be booked on things like the Blues Cruise and festivals. Sadly, a lot of our old friends are passing.
Yeah.
But it's actually opening things up for people like yourself, Erin, that, you know...
What do we have to do to get on the Blues Cruise? We have to win.
Right.
We might want to finish a record.
Yeah.
That,
Well, it'd
you
be
know.
great if we had something to sort of shop around a little bit down there. Like,
Yeah.
hey, listen to our new.
Exactly.
This is what our album's sounding like.
Yeah, we can do that certainly.
Absolutely.
We got 2 months. Well, 1 month, a month and a half before we leave.
But who's counting?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go back over the fundraiser benefit to get the Memphis details, so we get that out there again.
This Sunday, December 16th, at Johnny D's, the best dance floor in town.
It is.
And it's going to be an early show at 8 p.m. It's going to be Rosy and I opening the show with our acoustic duo, and then Danielle Maraglia, and then Erin, Harpe, and the Delta Swingers. Some special guests. Gracie Kern's going to stop by. We're going to have some fun stuff going on, like
Oh yeah.
take a picture with us with our Boston Music Award.
Me, I would have wanted first.
Yes, you have to. Definitely. It's 8 till 11 though. It's an early show, and it's only $10 to get in. So this Sunday, come on down. We'd love to see as many people as possible. Spread the word.
Absolutely. Any other milestone gigs? Rosy, Erin, thank you so much for popping by Blues and Beyond, and
Thanks, Jim, and thanks for what you do for the Blues, which you've been doing for a long time. We appreciate
next year's my 20th year goofing around in radio.
God bless
All
you.
right.
Might be finally time for that party we've been talking about.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing something there.
Yeah.
We'll play your party.
Yeah. It's expected. It wouldn't be a party without you, Erin. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us, Jim.
All right. See you on the 16th at Johnny D's.
All right.
We'll be there.
All right.
Thank you.